didn't work. Too hot.
I'm trying to use up some scraps of plexiglass I have around the shop and not buy anything. So I have these 1/8" pieces, and I was running the temperature pretty low. I thought it'd be cool to do a negative, so the letters would light up and the arrow would blacken out, but you can see it was getting too hot and the plexiglass is starting to curl up. So I have some of this plexiglass, which is already frosted, so if I were to etch the letters in, they would be a little bit darker frosted. I could maybe even possibly do an infill and cut it out, but I'm not quite sure how it's going to look. So I have enough to cut. I'm going to try cutting it out of this, and if it's a failure, I should have enough to cut another one if I end up using this and need to make some changes. And if this doesn't work, I think I'm probably going to have to head to the store. God, I hate heading to the store. This is just mineral spirits. I think it'll work. Probably supposed to wear gloves. I don't know. One of my concerns is how the battery box will look. I believe it'll be okay. Let's cut another one. Oh, well, would you look at that? This piece of plexiglass I have is different than the other piece that I just cut. I didn't realize until I started to pull the paper off, but these are actually two completely different types of plexiglass. This one's much milkier than this one. And so I was like, oh, well, that's no good. This isn't going to work, but I think it actually looks kind of cool. And now I can't decide which I like better. Now that I know that this plexiglass looks like this, what I wish I did is before I peeled the paper off, I wish I painted inside these letters. And then peeled the paper off afterwards to make the letters black. It's a nice waste product. As I've been trying to grow my guitar building business, I've been doing some shows and thinking about how I wanted to present them, and I came up with this idea for this sort of swiveling guitar rack that's sort of based on like a clothes rack you would see in a department store. And I welded it together really quick out of just some scraps I had laying around, and it worked like pretty well, better than expected, but there are some things I would do differently on it. So I might make another one, I'm not sure yet, we'll see how this one does. But if you have interest in seeing how I made that, I would be more than happy to share that. Just let me know in the comments below. If there's enough interest, I'll make a video and it'll force me to make another one. But part of the idea was to have some type of lighted sign on top, and so I made this on my Thunder Laser because this video is sponsored by Thunder Laser. It came out pretty good. There's some things I'd do differently about that if I were to do it again, but I'm pretty happy with it right now. It's got the contrast I wanted and it glows, and it's a little bit different and a little bit unique. Thanks again, Thunder Laser, for supporting me and my channel and my work, and I do have another video coming up in the Thunder Laser series that will be a few months out, but I've been kind of learning the machine and honing my skills on it, building up to this piece de resistance that's like the whole reason I wanted to get into laser cutting in the first place. So look out for that. That'll be a while, and I will probably be, of course, using this laser in other work as well, because I am hooked on this whole technology, the CNC and the laser technology. I'm just hooked. I never thought I would be. If you watch some of my videos from 3 years ago, I was one of those guys saying, but in order for things to be handmade, in my opinion, or from this shop, that means I don't use any computer-aided equipment, and I don't use anything that runs on anything above a 110 outlet. Not that there's anything wrong with that, and I know that's kind of dumb, but that's just how I started, and that's how I want to stay. But I have completely done a 180 on that, and it's a blast. So thank you again, Thunder Laser, and thank you all for watching. I will see you around the interweb. Be good. Wrong button.